welcome everyone to another live Reiki healing here on TikTok or on YouTube, wherever you're watching. Welcome. Thanks for being here. What's up, Clownuism? I can't promise I'm qualified to give advice. I'm a Reiki master, but I'm not a therapist, but I could try. I hope you all had a great weekend. Tonight, we're going to focus on letting go of old energy, old patterns, old trauma. Oh, interesting. How do I let go of something someone did to hurt you on purpose? It's very interesting because that's kind of the focus of tonight's little Reiki healing. And I have a wonderful frequency, not to get off topic, 417 hertz, connects with our sacral chakra and is really good at helping us let go of old patterns and let go of things we're holding on to. Teal Queenie quit a toxic job today for a better one, and you're ready to let go of all that. That's wonderful. Hey Kimmy, welcome. And I also have these orange calcite stones here today. And orange calcite also ties in with the sacral chakra. It's a fiery stone that helps us let go of old patterns, beliefs, and ways of thinking that are no longer serving us, as well as clearing away old energy. And to do with that is also old hurts and old wounds to make room for new opportunities and changes. It also helps us with our psychic and spiritual gifts. I appreciate you, Clownuism. Learning to never take anything personally is definitely tough. Something to be strived for, because when you learn to take nothing personally, nothing can truly hurt you or offend you, and nothing anybody ever does to you will ever bother you or affect you. It takes great practice, I'm sure. I definitely haven't gotten it down, but to never take anything personally, because at the root of that, anything that anyone does to you, whether it be intentional or unintentional, is a reflection of the relationship that person has with themselves. It's how they see the world, and usually it's born from a place of deep pain, suffering, trauma. That's why people act out in the way they do. They get triggered, even when they hurt people intentionally. It's usually because that person is hurting a lot themselves. So keeping that in mind and sticking with the mantra to not take anything personally, you can begin to try to understand the other party and understand their pain and what might cause them to lash out in such a way to cause harm to you. And maybe even in time, you could practice sending them love and wishing them well on their journey. I hope that helps. I appreciate all you guys very much. I'll bring out that frequency here soon. So keeping that in mind, and also working with these healing frequencies, like 417 hertz, your whole community turned on you and you feel lost and sad. Well, another thing to remember is what's meant for you will always be yours. And keeping that in mind, what's meant for me will always be mine. You have to understand that sometimes there are painful separations, and sometimes these things that happen where you lose people in your life is the universe clearing people away to make room for new, more aligned people to come into your life. So even though you might have lost the whole community of people or they turned against you, as you say, in the end, I believe it'll be for the best, because if it was truly meant for you, you wouldn't have lost them. So I am confident that the people that are meant to be in your life will find you if they haven't already, and they won't leave. Yes, I do have a tuning fork frequency that I'm going to bring out, which is really good for releasing old patterns, old ways of thinking, old energy, and making room for the new, as well as cultivating our inner strength and kind of helping align us with our life's purpose. 417 hertz. Hey Kat, welcome. Give this one a listen. Hello Harold from Norway. I'm glad you could catch me before bed. It's great. I'm very happy to have you all here tonight. The topic for tonight's healing is letting go of all old patterns, old ways of thinking, old energy, to make room for the new, make room for great changes, make room for people and situations that are more closely in alignment with ourselves. Now, like I said, I'm just a Reiki master. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a tarot reader. But you're asking, was my foot injury that left me in pain for a year meant to be? Will I ever get through this? I believe that everything that happens to us, I believe. This is why I prefix it, because you don't have to believe what I believe. But I believe that everything that happens to us is something that's agreed upon before we come down here. And I believe that there are lessons in every challenge, in every experience, and there are things to overcome. Sometimes we're paying off karmic debts. Yeah. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Someone did your Reiki yesterday for love. Now you're in a relationship. This is crazy. So you have to remember with Reiki, even when it's done for love, is that Reiki facilitates a sacred space within you, wherever it flows, because it flows as an intelligent force, life force. It flows an intelligent life force, and it facilitates a sacred space wherever it goes. Okay? So if you need more love in your life, it intelligently flows to wherever you need that, facilitates a sacred place, sacred space to take place. And you, as a wonderful, divine, spiritual being that you are, you call in the love. You call in the love. And I can definitely send you Reiki to help you with weight loss with that intention. But ultimately, the Reiki is going to go wherever you need it. Your higher self needs it the most. But it's still up to you to make the necessary changes or have the discipline or whatever it takes. But that's 417. Oh yeah, and a very happy spring equinox, everyone. Really cool. By the way, I'm going to mention right now, because I've heard that TikTok is in danger of being banned by our wonderful powers that be. And although I don't want to imagine that future ever, I just like to mention that I've got links in my link tree so we don't lose each other. I've got Instagram popping off, and I've got a YouTube channel called Spirit Pond that I post videos to all the time. And we do live streams on there on Fridays as well, just in case, anything happens to TikTok. And often, yes, in that healing process, especially if we've spent many years bottling up our feelings or experiencing a lot of trauma, we tend to have a lot of releasing to do, so we have a lot built up. Releasing is definitely a part of the healing process, although it can also be one of the most uncomfortable parts of the healing process. It's good to release, because leaving all that stuck energy and all those bottled up emotions trapped within is a recipe for physical disease, all kinds of ailments, mental illness. So it's good. If you're going through a period of release, just be gentle with yourself, Hello, Katie. I'm feeling well, thank you. Appreciate you being here. Weird dreams are absolutely part of the release process. It's up to you whether you want to believe that you're going to other dimensions, other realities, or living other lifetimes when you dream. But you're also releasing a lot of trapped and built up trauma. Your subconscious is processing information, and you're releasing whatever you need so that you can unburden yourself and make room for the right things to flow in to your life. So intense dreams, definitely normal, but pay attention to any dreams you might have, particularly intense. Write them down. Developing clairaudience is definitely a step in a higher vibrating direction. Good evening. I appreciate you guys so much. Because TikTok comes from China and a lot of people don't trust it, and a lot of the corporations, I think, I'm postulating, like YouTube and Instagram, probably want TikTok gone. So anyway, if we do lose TikTok, you guys know where to find me. I'm on YouTube and Instagram. We're bringing out that 417 hertz frequency again. Sher Khalif, thank you for that whale diving gift. Much love to you. Whales are so cool. We're listening to 417 hertz right now, and that's kind of the theme of tonight's healing. It's letting go of the old, making room for the new. That's part of the spring equinox. We've got a lot of good things coming. Things are starting to bloom again, unless you're living in California where you guys don't really have a winter, or Arizona. But everything is coming back to life and blooming, and we are all blooming again. But we also must get rid of old patterns and old ways of thinking. If we have any self-debilitating or self-limiting ways of thought that we can get rid of. If you live in Florida, like Ryan, don't have much of a winter either. But it's about getting rid of these old patterns, these old energies and emotions, so we can make room for all the blessings that 2023 has in store for us. I do have a singing bowl that I'm going to use at the very end. Silky Stackhouse. Thank you, Meshell419, for subscribing. Much love. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the sub club. We have sub-only chats every Tuesday and Thursday. Space Coast Jen, it sounds like you're in Florida with a name like that. Oh, your name's Katie. Got you. But yes, I do have a singing bowl. Hey Cody, that's really hard. You know, I came to grips with getting laid off from my job a few years ago, but it actually ended up being one of the best things for me. There we go, that's the spirit, releasing all self-limiting behaviors, self-sabotaging thoughts. We shape our own reality by our thoughts. We manifest, we call into this reality what we focus on, what we fill our head with. When we change our mindset, it's one of the first steps to achieving the greatness that we seek. Changing our mindset, shifting to a mindset of abundance, shifting to a mindset of love, openness. I don't know if I should trust the guy I'm talking to. Listen to your intuition, my friend. Listen to your intuition. Because your higher self already knows the answer, more than likely. Sometimes our ego gets in the way, even if we don't realize it. I appreciate you guys so much subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's called Spirit Pond, and I try to post videos there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if we do lose TikTok, which would be very unfortunate, then you'll have me on Instagram and YouTube. I promise. I'm not going anywhere. What's good, Keanu? Wow, there's a compliment. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you, Ryan. Yeah, I've come to like TikTok very much. Come to enjoy the community here. Such wonderful energy. A lot of good people. And it's really cool that there is so many people on TikTok who are committed to their own growth and their own healing. Because it gives me great hope for the world. It really does. Appreciate you, Kat. And yeah, I love these rings very much. Thank you, Ring Bearer. Thank you, Tammy. Appreciate you guys very much. Yeah, I don't get the same vibe from Instagram, you know, now that you mention it. Jana, thank you for the roses. Much love. I did have a relaxing vacation, it was. Hey, Cece. Good to see you again. Oh, virtual hugs for everyone. Yeah, bringing Reiki to Instagram is one of my more recent ventures. So if you want to give me a follow over there, I'd appreciate it. Just in case TikTok gets banned. Because it is definitely not something I'm trying to manifest, but some things are certainly out of our control. Hello, San Antonio, Texas. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everyone. And thanks to everyone who followed tonight. You guys are wonderful people. No arm twisting. Hello from Colombia. Sometimes, Jana, things need to get worse before they get better, you know? I had a favorite Pokemon. I'm gonna say Diglett. It's one of the first ones I could think of. Hello, Ecuador. Bring out that tuning fork again. I appreciate you cooking with grease. Such a unique name. So, 417 hertz. Eevee. Everyone says Eevee. Oh, yeah, that's a very good, well-chosen Pokemon that I had forgotten about. Eevee, and then becomes what? You know, Flareon, Espeon, all the other ones. Remember? Oh, who said? Katie said Gengar forever. Ninetales. By the way, this is 417 hertz. Really great for undoing old patterns, facilitating change, letting go of old thoughts, old habits, any self-defeating or self-deprecating thoughts. I have a link in my bio to my Instagram page. Clefairy, that's a good choice. Thank you so much for resubscribing. Share Khalif for 2 months. Much love. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Doing Reiki and we're talking Pokemon. Zwilus? I've never heard of that before. Yeah, so we know how we bottle things up, right? And how we just kind of push things down and we don't deal with things. And sometimes we have a lot of emotional trauma that can hold us back. Things that we keep buried deep down that manifest when we get triggered. 417 hertz is all about releasing that stuff. This is Black Obsidian, by the way. Katie, I was talking about bad thoughts about ourselves. Self-defeating thoughts that are counterproductive to our growth. And how 417 helps us release those, helps us realize our divine nature, helps us align with our higher path, and grants us the courage to live authentically. This is, I don't believe this is the tree of life. It is a tree. But it is a tree. Mugwort tea. That is delightful. I love mugwort. There is a herbal apothecary that I really love, and I'm hoping they could sponsor me one day. They're called Anima Mundi. You can find them by searching Anima Mundi on Google. But they have a lot of really awesome herbal health products, from stuff that goes in your hair to on your skin, stuff you can bake with, cook with, essential oils, extracts, tinctures, even smoking blends of like mugwort, damiana, blue lotus, cornflowers, like really relaxing herbs. I love mugwort. And Kat, the vitamins that I've been going with right now are Mary Ruth Organics. They make these liquid multivitamins, and they make liquid nighttime multi-mineral supplements that are vegan and taste really good. So That's what I've personally been going with lately. Hey Kathy, thanks for being here. But if you guys are interested, check out Anima Mundi. I don't have a code or anything, I don't get anything, I'm just sharing because I love them. You're feeling sick? We could try a little green fluorite. A little black tourmaline, a little amethyst. Actually, these guys right here have wonderful healing ability. This orange calcite. I used orange calcite in my YouTube video today. I'm just going to send them some Reiki right now. We're going to tap into their energy. Reiki for protection against others being jealous of us, jealous of you. You've had a girl who's been very obsessed with you lately. Ooh. I would recommend some evil eye jewelry. You know? You could also craft an energetic shield, which is something that anyone can do. If you meditate, if you just quiet down your mind, anyone can kind of craft an energetic shield. And I have a video on YouTube detailing how to do that. But if you ask your spirit guides for help, ask your spirit guides to help you craft an energetic shield. And then you could place your hands together or sit with them in your lap on the floor. And as you breathe, take these deep cleansing breaths. And on your in-breath, you imagine energy pouring in the top of your head and encircling and gathering around your heart. With each in-breath, you build up this energy in your heart center, glowing brighter, getting more condensed. And then you charge that energy with your intention. Speak your intention into that energy you've gathered in the center of your chest, shielding, protection from the evil eye or evil intentions or evil wishes, or just to shield you from that energy. And then as you exhale, begin to expand that energy around you. Expand that energy around you to a shield. Looks like the kidney stones I passed. That's funny. And then imagine that shield expanding around you until it kind of surrounds your body in this golden or whatever color light you've chosen. You could also do a cord cutting ceremony. I don't have any scissors on me right now, but that's a great idea. A cord cutting ceremony would also be really great. And that's essentially a simple version of a cord cutting ceremony. It's where you take a couple of candles, and this is just really rudimentary. You tie a cord around both of them. One symbolizes you, one symbolizes the person. You light both candles. I know, Fidget Winner, I appreciate you. Tie the cord around the candles, light the candles. Usually have some kind of intention that you're cutting cords or cutting ties with anyone who's not serving your greatest and highest good. And as it burns the cord, as the candles burn down, you're severing all those energetic connections. There's also some protective stones that you could have, like black kyanite, which I have here, which is really good for psychic protection. So if someone's sending you bad energy, black kyanite is really helpful in dealing with that. And also black tourmaline, which I'm going to use right now, actually. I like black tourmaline a lot for its abilities at soaking up negative energy, grounding it. It's a great stone for when you're feeling anxious or angry or sad or even just overwhelmed. Thank you, Chelsea. Appreciate that. Thank you, What to Sells, for the rose. Appreciate you. Thank you, Chopper Ann. As long as you remember that you are the ultimate healer, that I do facilitate the flow of Reiki between us, I also remind you of your connection to Source, and I remind you that we're all connected, and I remind you that you have the ability to heal yourself, always. You believe you're already healed, you will be. Thank you for the roses, Janelyn and Nicole. Hey, Gianna, it's great to see you again. Thanks for coming by. And yeah, the Reiki healing would be more intense in person because here on TikTok, I set my intention to flow the Reiki out to the entire collective. So it goes out to everybody all at once, but when I'm sending it to just one person, an in-person session is much more powerful. Do I see Reiki Fairy in here? What is up? Thank you so much for coming by. Hey, little Jenny, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're using a little black tourmaline right now. So it's really good at helping us collect any negative energies, any strong or overwhelming feelings, soaking them up and helping us ground them and dispel them. It is so nice to see you here. So guys, I'm going to be joining Reiki Fairy on her TikTok live here in just a few weeks, I believe. I'll let you know when it gets closer. Yeah, Reiki Fairy is one of my favorite Reiki healers on TikTok. I'm very, very grateful she decided to come by. She's really cool. Yeah, we are focused on releasing old patterns. I kind of lost my train of thought back there. We are releasing old patterns. And we are releasing old energies and old stuck and pent up emotions so we can make room for all the wonderful changes and opportunities the spring equinox, this upcoming new moon are bringing to us. We're clearing the way to make room for whatever we need to receive to come in. Bringing out that 417 hertz frequency again to help us go deep within and vibrate loose any stuck energy. Pull it out to the surface. What stone would be good for energy? In general, if you have depression and if you're looking to cultivate more energy, funnily enough, the orange calcite that I've been using just recently is really great at enhancing our energy and lifting us up, helping us tap into our inner strength and helping us let go those old ways of thinking. My personal favorite is amethyst. I also have a black obsidian or black tourmaline because that's great for when we're feeling overwhelmed and we need to ground that negative energy. Yeah, complacency can definitely be a killer. It's good that you're aware of that. Thank you for the gold mine, Reiki Fairy. Wow. Really making it rain up in here. Appreciate you. Oh, don't say you're not lucky with people. That's not true. All you have to worry about is being your most authentic self, doing your honest work, living life with an open heart, and the right people who are meant to be with you will find you. Thank you, Viva La Teresa, for the match wand. Deborah, thank you for the rose. And Jan, I would just challenge you to shift your thoughts from thoughts of lack to thoughts of abundance. I know it's not easy, but if you want to start attracting money, you need to shift that mindset to one of abundance. Instead of saying, I can't get money, you say, I can get money. I'm a money magnet. Money flows to me like water. You have to believe it. One of the best ways I could describe it is you picture yourself in your ideal life with everything that you desire, everything that you're working towards. You picture yourself having already achieved it. How does that version of yourself feel? What does he or she think about? What do they get excited about? What are they trying to attract next? Think deeply and meditate on that version of yourself who's already achieved everything that you're manifesting. Meditate on that version of yourself and how they feel, how they think, and then be that person now. It's one of the best pieces of advice I could give. Hope it helps. Oh, ZZ Kitten. Just letting go of the old to make room for the new. By the way, I hope everyone had a great weekend. Great St. Patrick's Day last Friday. That's right, Gianna. The universe has your back always. It's always working in your best interest. Our ego gets in the way sometimes. Jan, I'm sending you lots of love. Lots of love and healing vibes. Chopper, and for depression, let me know how orange calcite works for you. Also amethyst. Also black obsidian. Also black tourmaline. You went to see Muse last night. You're still recovering. Winding down for bed now. Someone asked, what is ego? It's a very interesting question. What is ego? Ego is the version of ourself, how we see ourselves. And it's an encapsulation of our personality and all of our experiences, programming and ways of thinking. Since we've been born into this body, it's your identity, how you view yourself as, me looking at myself like Matt, So, I don't have a simple definition for the ego. But yeah, our ego can definitely run away from us because our ego, I think, knows that it's temporary. Because our ego doesn't last outside of this lifetime. It's tied to this body and this life. We can't really take it with us. What a very interesting question. What a very thought-provoking question. I appreciate that. Thank you float indigo. Thank you for the hand hearts, Sammy. I still do believe you have an ego when you're depressed. It's not something you can really totally disconnect from. And it is our ego that feels lonely and really sad or angry. You know. Thank you, ZZ Kitten, for the rose. Thank you, Nikki. Name reminds me of like Nikki 6. What's the difference between the conscious mind and the soul? They're fun questions. The conscious mind and the soul. Well, the conscious mind pretty much encapsulates the ego mind. Our soul is representative of our higher self, our multidimensional spiritual self, who is incarnated in this body, but is also outside of this body, experiencing all of time all at once as a being outside of this dimension. Thank you, Reiki Fairy. I hope you have an amazing evening as well. Much love. Thanks for stopping in. Namaste. I would think of Nikki 6. Yes. So, yeah, our conscious mind, everything that we're thinking about, our stream of thought is tied to our ego. And if you want to think of our soul, our higher self, so our higher self is the one who is observing the thought flow. If the ego is the thoughts. Sending you lots of love. Lots of Reiki love, Sammy. How about empaths that protect those they love fiercely? What about them? I love these discussions. I'm sending you guys so much love and Reiki, but just know that you guys are more powerful than you might realize, that you all have the power to heal yourselves. This energy will go intuitively to wherever it is needed most. You know what I mean? If a man has a big ego, what does that mean in a relationship? So, I'm not a relationship counselor, just in case you were wondering. But what I could say is big egos like that are very sensitive egos. People have gone through a lot of trauma and they get triggered easily. It can be difficult to deal with. You might be dealing with someone who gets triggered really easily and reacts in ways that might seem very childish or immature. So, just tread carefully. Thank you, Beach Dreamer. Appreciate you. Dinkin Bob, thank you. Hey Gary, what's up, man? In palmistry, as in like reading palms, I mean, sure. I don't have a lot of personal experience with it. Yeah. Is anger naturally in a person's soul? I don't believe so. I cannot say definitively, but I do not believe so. Sammy, I have a video, which I talked about earlier, on personal energetic shields. It's on my YouTube channel. I'll check it out. Gary, how have you been, man? It's been a while. Julie, you are all good. Skate everything, hello. Stephanie. Is that Stephanie Hernandez from back in the day? That's so crazy. I have one of my old SpaceX buddies, Gary, and one of my old coworkers, Stephanie, from my Air Force days. As I told you guys, I was in the Air Force for 8 years, a long time ago. So funny. How did I start on my spiritual journey? Well, I started a long time ago. Again, I had to get out of the way of my own ego for quite some time, and I had to heal from a lot of trauma and a lot of old programming. But what really kick-started my journey was in 2020, after I got let go from my job at SpaceX during COVID, and I found Reiki. Thank you so much to... Boy, I lost the prompt. Julie, thank you so much for resubscribing. Much love to you. I really appreciate you. You as well, Stephanie. That's funny that I found you on here, or you found me on here on TikTok. How random. What a coincidence. So strange. But yeah, it started with getting let go from my job at SpaceX, rediscovering spirituality because I suddenly wasn't working 12 to 13 hours a day. Well, Julia, I said thank you so much for resubscribing for another month. But yeah, in that time of freedom after SpaceX during COVID, where there wasn't a lot to do except go within and face some uncomfortable truths about myself and face old wounds and trauma, finding Reiki was very transformative. So that's in a nutshell what kind of propelled me along my spiritual journey. Thank you so much, Sammy, for the hand heart. Definitely some generational trauma, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of us here incarnated right now are the ones called to heal generational trauma, heal karma in our bloodline, and overcome repeated pitfalls that our ancestors have fallen into. Yeah, Beach Dreamer. I used to work for SpaceX for 3.5 years. And then when I got let go, I found Reiki. I started getting into live streaming and making content. Heather, thank you for the cat paws. Appreciate you. I don't know what cat has 5 paws, but I'm grateful. Hello, Witch. Thank you, Manda Dog, for the finger hearts. The name of my YouTube channel, by the way, Jen, is called Spirit Pond. You can find all those links in my bio, my YouTube, my Instagram. Just in case we lose TikTok and it gets banned or something, you guys can always find me on there. That's a great thing to remember, Luna. That when you're going through hard times and you feel like you're under a lot of pressure, that's how diamonds are made, right? Love that little analogy. You've been a nurse for 25 years, little gently, and you were let go last May, and you'll be doing Reiki soon, retired. That's wonderful to hear. I'm very grateful that you're here. Sammy, thank you for the 30 roses. Bellavita asks how to let go of the past or a short temper. That is what we're working on tonight. We're working on letting go of old patterns, letting go of old ways of thinking, so we can be open to new people coming into our life, new experiences, new changes. And I know it's difficult. Well, you got to stop running from whatever it is you're running from. You have to face it, process it in a way that's healthy, find acceptance, and find that release. And it's a different process for everyone. There's no one size fits all, but what I can recommend are these healing frequencies. To just open yourself up to your higher self, to embrace the concept that you are infinite and you are a whole and complete person, no matter what. Thank you so much. What on earth was that? A UFO landing. Allie, thank you so much. I'm going to play a little more of that 417 hertz frequency for you all. And this one is really great, as I mentioned before, for going in there deep and vibrating loose. Those stuck energies and emotions, those things that we're holding on to, clinging to, without even realizing it. Goes in there deep to stir them up, release them. Are aliens real? I can tell you that I believe in aliens. I believe they're real. Yeah. Are you familiar with the concept of star seeds? There's so many fantastic theories out there. But yeah, I believe that there are wonderful alien civilizations out there, probably watching us like a fishbowl. This is a 417 hertz frequency, one of the frequencies on the solfeggio scale. Correlates to our sacral chakra. And as I mentioned before, it's really great if we're holding on to old patterns or old ways of thinking. They're not doing us a service. They're great for helping us release those and make room for change to take place in our lives. You know? Making room for new energy, new people, new experiences. Because that's what happens when one door closes, another one opens. When we release old energies or throw out old things, we make room for new things to come into our lives. Sometimes you can't have the new and the good unless you get rid of the old and the not so good. Thank you, Suncumber. Appreciate you saying that. The best frequency for sleep, I find, is 174 hertz. Incredibly relaxing and grounding. Lowest frequency on a solfeggio scale. It's called a natural anesthetic because it's really great for pain relief. It's the one most closely associated with our physical body, so it can be intensely relaxing. Very calming frequency, 174 hertz. And yeah, Julie, you're right. Thank you, Sammy, for the garland headpiece. Thanks. Love it. Pisces Empress said it very, very correctly, that it's a very difficult process, the process of letting go. What you're talking about is undoing old thought patterns, old behaviors, old programming. You know, it's like if your brain's been running a well-worn track this whole time that leads you on a trauma track, you're basically trying to shift that track to another one that's not as well-worn. It's like you have to wear another groove almost, if you choose to think of it like that. Certainly not an overnight process, or certainly not a comfortable process, but very worthwhile if you're looking to shift your mindset to one of abundance and to one of love. Hello, Miss Kimmy. If you feel like you don't click energetically with your Reiki provider, it doesn't make it more or less effective. But it is indeed up to you accepting that energy. You could choose to block it out, but you just have to allow it in. The Reiki will flow the same, as long as the practitioner is, properly attuned and well-trained. The Reiki will flow wherever it is needed. So don't worry about that. Also, before we leave, we're going to just clear the air, clear the vibrations with a little sacred Palo Santo, a little sacred smoke, just to help us, release and ground any of those energies that got stirred up during our healing session. I have, it's been my allergies. I'm not sick, I promise. A little bit of allergies, yeah. You want my eyelids? That's a very creepy thing to say to a person. I'm sure that was meant well. Anyway, we're gonna let the smoke wash over us. Let it clear away all that stuck energy we've been releasing. All those vibrations that we're letting go of. And that smoke wash over us and clear out any excess energy, helping us ground it. Appreciate you, Miss Kimmy. You guys have been wonderful this evening. Just remember that you are more powerful than you probably realize. You're capable of healing from almost anything. That all the powers of healing lie within you. You have the power to shape your own reality by your thoughts, your beliefs. You have the power to attract anything you desire that aligns with your greatest and highest good. Believe it is already so, and it will be yours. Eyeshadow possibilities. Oh, okay. Better to have clarified that. We're going to seal in that Reiki healing now. Palo Santo kind of smells a little bit like cedar, with a little spicy, like citrusy type smell. Bailey, it's good to see you. It's okay. I know you got a lot of schoolwork. It's important. Don't feel bad. This Reiki healing is sealed. I'm going to tell you guys to drink lots of water. Take care of yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Don't eat too heavy. Get lots of rest. What I really like to do after one of these is take a really nice cleansing shower, or you can take a bath. And as that water is flowing over you in the shower, just envision that it is washing away any of that excess energy that we've got churned up, that we're releasing. It's washing it away right down the drain, grounding it, You're stepping out feeling new, clean, clear, ready to go. So relaxed, so rejuvenated. I love you all. Thank you for being here tonight. I will see you all right here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, the sweetest of dreams. Have a wonderful night. I love you all. Until next time. Good night.